Welcome to this freshly hatched, unmatched batch from scratch, the show where, just like our emotions, the beers are bottled and canned.
Every episode, we try some beer, talk about life. We really don't know shit about either, so don't set your expectations too high.
Our credentials, null. Our expertise, void. So don't take anything we say too serious.
Let's talk some shit.
Well, welcome back to Bottled
Time for that main
and
discussion.
Episode, oh my gosh, to Bottled and Canned episode number 30.
I was wondering why you hit that button.
No,
I
I'm so, where the show where I'm tilted, I'm Matt.
I'm Jason.
And I'm fucking up all, it's the second week I'm fucking up.
I love being the button
There's
up
so
one.
many things, but you know, I didn't want you to push that music too soon because I was waiting for the stream to load. So we've got to coordinate this better before we do this next time. Like I'm fucking up again.
I think what I need to go back to putting my headphones in rather than counting.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. And then it was funny is like I pushed like the main discussion music instead of flipping us on stream to the camera view. So, you know, again, if you're an audio listener, you're like, what's fucked up? You'll hear the audio, obviously. But and then I didn't hit record right away, which I'll have to go back. I can recut in our intro
we live?
and post. We are live. We are absolutely live. On Twitch. This broadcast will be on Twitch, except for 29 got cut, and we will have our episodes on YouTube as well. What's up?
Can we also be live on YouTube simultaneously?
I can multi-stream, but I just like don't.
We're not
It's
there
all
yet.
to me, right? If we had like actual viewership, then it makes sense.
Yeah, there's a reason. Like I didn't. My mom was texting me some stuff today, and I was like, you know what? I'll call her after the show because she's gonna want to. She'll be calling in and being all kinds of crazy. My mom's nuts. So I didn't want to tell her, oh, you could watch it live. Because then she'll be like, she likes to fact check things. Like sometimes I mention the wrong movie. It's really funny. She's like, oh, what you were trying to say there was this. And then every time she listens, she's always got something to say. And it's always really good feedback. But you want to know what I'm most excited about, Matt?
What's that?
I'm really excited about episode 31 when we go live.
Why? Because we're gonna do it right.
No, I don't want to even ever do it right. It doesn't matter.
All right.
I like that we're real.
Yeah, I think I've always said that. I've always I like just this, that we're just kind of sloppy and.
Yeah, we have our format. We try to do our best.
We do the show super inconsistently. Like when we were batching episodes, we would take months off in between episodes sometimes. So it always feel kind of clunky back then. So if you go back to old recordings, like we're doing that show sometimes, months apart. We recorded over like a year and a half before we actually started like going like live or doing it, catching like going where we had to record and like publish in like a small window. Anyway, I don't know.
Now we have zero backup.
I know. Now we added the video feed, so this adds a whole other layer. And anyway, we just got to get in the rhythm, bro. We got to get our shit together. But
but what I'm really excited about episode 31 is for all our listeners, you can possibly hear, if it's ready, the alternate intro.
Oh yeah, that's right. So Jason got a preview for my children today of the alternate intro,
Dude,
which I let them write all the lyrics for, and
it's
all
dope.
it's dope. It slaps. I feel like, but again. I'm gonna try to produce that thing. I'm gonna try to church it up a little bit. So.
Oh, dude! By the way, I don't know who wrote the lyrics. Love it.
Mila.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You can give her credit.
Yeah. No, I just don't want to say her name, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah. But
No.
Anyway.
And I really like the music, like especially as it ends. Like it's got a good beat. And then I heard you freestyle rapping over the top. Or were you?
I got bars, bro.
Dude, I wish I could freestyle rap.
I can't really freestyle. It was terrible. It didn't make any sense. It was incoherent psychobabble.
But it rhymed.
Yeah, it was fun. But
Do you ever pay attention to the words of songs? I barely do.
No, I mean, like even in today's like hip hop standards, yeah, it is kind of like.
Yeah,
But
a lot of the mumble rap.
It's not even about what they're saying. It's just like that, fucking.
As long as you got a good beat, you
Yeah,
can say almost
yeah.
anything.
And I can't sing. I know that. I know. I'm like the worst singer ever. So like, don't.
Can
I'm probably like doing a terrible rendition of what it.
But no, you're
actually
like one of the
sounds
scream
like,
singers, though.
I was able to like scream, but yeah.
Right, that takes a lot of talent because I listen to some stuff on thereels.com.
The real?
On the Reels. And where they strip out all of the music and they just leave the vocals in. And listening, because you're into the heavy metal and I'm not, I listen to some of them like, dude, it takes some real talent to be able to scream sing in like a tune and have it sound good. When they rip it, I go, God, that actually sounds good. Like I wouldn't mind arguing with people if that's how they argued in that kind of sing screaming.
No, it's interesting. I wish we would communicate more in the sing scream. And actually, it's funny. There's so many different versions of that, and like across the different styles, like how much singing and screaming they really blend together is really different. Like it's awesome, dude. So I do have my ear always catches bands that like can find a good way to even blend some of that in sometimes so well. It's great. And I'm not talking about singing and screaming as two separate dudes or separate moments. I'm talking about where they kind of weave it into like different words and parts of this, song. I think the one example you're probably talking about that I saw was like System of a Down. Like it was like the singer of that.
Yes.
It was like, yeah, like Surge or whatever doing like him vocals only. And it is impressive. Like that guy's amazing.
Dude, I always felt like if I ever got in a dispute with somebody, well, I used to just think if I could just freestyle my way through a dispute, I would always win every argument. They'd be just so amazed with me just rapping all the way through the whole dispute and getting my point across. And like I did every client meeting, like just freestyling the whole thing. Dude, it'd be so awesome.
Damn, anyway, I wish, I'm now thinking about it. And at first I was going to like poke holes in it, but I'll be honest with you, I'm on board. Like, I don't know when it's truly applicable, but I'm on board.
So there's a dude that works for me now. He's relatively new, and I guess he sang the national anthem, which shout out to Maz. Maz sang the national anthem at Comiskey Park back in the day.
Shout out to Maz.
Yeah. So, but this dude, he sang the national anthem, and I told him before every team meeting. Now, did I say this last time? I want him to sing the national anthem, and he's not on board with it. But, yeah, I'm gonna make it a rule.
Okay,
because I'm the boss.
Okay, because you're the boss. I love it. I love you're the boss and you're the man. But boss, I have a question for you then.
Yes.
I'm like really thirsty and sadly sober, so.
Oh yeah, I did the shot.
Can we
Did
get
you do a
to?
shot? You took a
I
chug?
took a little sippy, but not a full
Little
shot.
sippy sip.
Can we get
Sipsy Susie? Is that what?
Sipsy Sooty? I guess, but yeah, let's get to today's beer.
Today's beer. Today's beer.
Today's beer. I cannot wait to crack this son of a bitch open and.
Matt.
What? I just was saying I want to get to it. Like I was about to open it. What, Jason? What? What could it be?
I'm just really curious.
You're always curious at this moment. What?
I'm inquisitive. What beer is it?
I'm so glad you asked. It is Cannonball. I said that because look, it does have a few extra L's on there. So, Cannonball, a hopped American lager with lemon and lime from Little Brewing Company in Florida.
Like the rapper?
No, in Florida. I love saying
Florida
words wrong on purpose, and it is Florida.
So I have another question for you.
Yes.
Is it bottled? Or
It is
it canned?
Canned, actually. I'm so interested.
When was the last time we had a bottle, by the way?
I don't know. Our first episode was a bottle, technically.
How do you remember things?
Who knows? But anyway, it is canned, and it is quite a delicious looking beer.
You remember how I was like, hey, I'm going to try holding my mic this time? I didn't think about popping the bottle open without making noise, and you made me put the thing.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll help you out. This is what homies are for. Wingmen are for. All right, Jason. By the way, everybody who's watching, Jason's switching to holding the microphone.
Dude.
He thinks that he can sit back in his chair more, which he's not wrong. We just need to get different booms here, and really new mics in general.
Can we get one of those people that hold the boom?
No,
Shintu?
we
Can
cannot.
Shintu do it?
Shintu is unavailable. Turns out no longer in the country.
Is this
His
true?
family has written us a cease and desist and says, "Get my son's name out your fucking mouth."
Dude, speaking of Will Smith, I think that video I saw today was fake. I'm not going to even talk about it until I find out if it's fake.
Fire off, King. Do it.
It was on YouTube. If you look up Will Smith Diddy trial, the first thing that pops up is a YouTube video of explaining what he said when he walked into the courtroom. But it was also said in a way that said, in the beginning, it said, "This is for educational and entertainment purposes." Thank you, sir. And then it said, but the testimony was real. Like it's right after they said that, it said like the testimony is verbatim is the terminology. So I'm like, is that real or not? Because as they said it, then it seemed like it was like maybe the testimony was real, and then all the stuff that they speculated happened after was fake. I don't know. It was weird. So I don't want to talk about it, but if it is real, it's kind of shocking, but then also it's the Diddy stuff, so it's really not that shocking.
Okay. All right.
I don't wanna get
That's
into
really
it.
a heavy topic to take when we're about to try a beer and we just poured it. So let's unpack that in just a moment, and let's taste this son of a bitch, and let's rate this beer, and then I think we can jump into your I will ask questions about this Will Smith video you watched. But cheers, my friend. Yeah, cheers. So,
Cheers.
Cannonball,
I have a question.
hopped lager, American lager. Yeah, let's try it real quick before you get your question.
Ooh, shit, that's good. It's is that citrus? Is that pineapple? What am I tasting?
There's lemon and lime.
Yes, it's
in
like
there.
it's
But
like
I think it's like zest or
it's
like
like a Sprite or a Sierra Mist. What did Sierra Mist turn into?
Surge. No, that was old version. Sparkle, stars.
Stars.
Okay,
Maybe
there we
stars.
go.
Whatever it
fluttered
is.
there,
Why
yeah.
did they change the name? Like Starry?
Starry. There we go. Yeah, I don't drink soda, so this is like tough for me. So
Yeah, I don't drink anything without adaptogens.
yeah, I know.
I take it back. I also like drinks with mindful botanicals.
Ooh, mindful. As long as the botanicals are mindful, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones, the ones that are just regular ass botanicals, a little fucking embarrassing to be honest with you. Okay, real quick, some beer analytics, which I know you appreciate some beer analytics.
I love beer analytics.
This is our first American lager on the show, even though this one again has like lime and lemon peel that makes it. Yeah, you can let Lulu in. We have Lulu knocking at the studio door here. She wants in.
Lulu, you're supposed to be playing. Come
Lulu,
on,
you're
we're
supposed to be
recording.
playing with Mondu. You're not doing a good job.
Sue's done.
All right. Anyway, welcome in, welcome in, Mondu. Welcome in, Lulu. All right. Anyway, back to that. It is our first American lager, and it is our third lager on the show. We had a Japanese lager, rice lager, on episode 12. It was that yuzu. Remember, I choose yuzu. That yuzu Japanese rice lager,
Like an Isuzu.
and then we had a Helles lager. From Short Fuse, called Short Fuse from Threes Brewing, on episode number 26. So, anyway.
Dude, let's talk about this can for a second before we rate it. It reminds me of what's that movie where the kid, I think his name's Smalls, he pretends to drown. So the
The Sandlot?
Yeah. This kind of reminds me of that
All right,
pool,
all right.
except it looks like a camping ground,
Yeah.
which is camping ground. Kind of reminds me of Lemon Lake.
Ooh, save that. Save that. Don't talk. Remember that. We're going to remember. And what's it called? Lemon Lake?
Yeah.
And what does this beer have flavored with?
Lemon.
Oh, boy. We're going to come back to this later.
Oh, I can't
Pocket
wait.
that.
I can't wait. When was the last time you did a cannonball and didn't slap your nuts in the water? Is that part of today's topic too?
Yeah, let's maybe avoid anything to do with cannonballs and take the hint that you got a moment ago. No, I mean, we'll yeah, everyone knows how the format of the show is, so we'll get there. We'll get there. But that being said, no, what are you talking about? Anyway, how would you rate it?
On a scale of what? 1 to 10?
Jason, you know our scale is 0 to 5 with, increments to the 10th.
It's super light. Tastes like lemony lime, like we discussed. It's not very thick, so it's super light, which I said, and I'll keep repeating that because I'm trying.
Jason, I do have one question though. Is it light?
Yes, it's not heavy. So, but it reminds me of.
It's not heavy.
Yeah, it's not heavy. I don't know. What is that wine that kind of tastes like grass a little bit?
Boy.
Is that Sauvignon?
Oh, Cabernet Sauvignon.
No, the Sauvignon Blanc or the.
Okay.
What's the other one?
Yeah, I'm not.
Pinot Grigio. One of them tastes kind of like
great with the wine.
Yeah, maybe we should break that out one time. We should had some cigars this weekend too. That was nice. We should do cigar tastings.
Yeah, I've done cigars a couple times in the last couple of years, and I've enjoyed that a little bit. I don't like it for too long, and I also struggle to not fully inhale. If I'm being honest,
because it feels like if you inhale, it feels like you're getting smoke inhalation.
Right, and then I'm like,
hurts.
and then I get nauseous because I get it. But once I've kind of learned to control that a lot, and now I can just kind of sip it almost. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, and it's been pretty nice. And it's always with my older friends, like all the guys that are 50 plus that I hang out with for some reason. I don't know.
Sipping on some cognac,
some cognac.
Yeah,
twice we've gone to.
You know what I don't like about you calling people who are 50 plus older?
What's up?
I'm 5 fucking years away from being old.
Yeah, but you're still 5 years away. So.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I'm right behind you. Don't worry.
Are you 40 yet?
Not yet.
What are you?
We did this a couple episodes ago.
I told you I don't remember anything.
I know you don't remember anything about.
It's really bad. I don't even know how.
I don't even want to tell you because it doesn't matter. I can make up a number. You're not gonna remember anyway. So.
Yeah.
No, I just turned 38.
Yikes.
Yikes. You're always like, you're that old, is what you said last time.
Yeah.
You thought I was way younger. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I thought you were like 35.
Well,
And I'm like,
your
oh.
soul is like 74.
I'm way older. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I love hanging out with old guys. Anyway, whatever. I don't know, man. Anyway, back to old
beer?
guys. There's
I'm
an
supposed to
old
rate
guy
this.
doing a cannonball on our can. What do you rate this beer?
Man, it's super drinkable. It's not a beer I would really get down on in the winter. Which is weird because I don't like to drink a lot of, like, even though I do, like, bourbons in the summer don't always seem as refreshing as a tequila or a vodka soda. I'm going to give this, I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look what I did before. I'm going to give 4.2.
Like 4.20.
Yeah, it's all fucking arbitrary, bro. I don't know. Just give it whatever you think I should. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because it's really good. It's easy to drink. It's really good. It's easy to drink. Speaking of the mics, dude, when am I going to get the gold mic?
You're not getting a gold mic until we reach 100,000 subscribers.
Easy.
Across all of our
easy.
platforms.
That's easy. Wait till I start
Once we have
promoting
100,000 subs across our Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram,
bruh.
you can have a golden
Wait till
microphone.
I start promoting this shit all over reels.com.
It'd be a lot cheaper if you just bought yourself a gold microphone because it's kind of, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to use this gear. You can bring in your own gear. I like my gear. But anyway, I'm getting a new mic soon too. I need we both need new mics. These mics
I did
are.
buy this mic, didn't I? Or is this yours?
You bought that one.
Yeah.
No, but it's like the same one because we knew the setup would work, and we got lifters here so we can make these mics loud enough for us.
Dude, let me go back to explaining this. It's easy to drink. It's just not impressive enough to be like, oh God, it's not like unique enough it's just easy drinking, is good, is solid, feels like quality. Yeah, I like it, but it's not like it's not memorable, if you know what I mean. I was going to download one of those sheets to actually like tell you the things you should be discussing on like how to rate a beer. You know what I mean? Like,
I know, like the beer style guides, the great, like there's the beer fest, like the judging style guides. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I feel like I don't. I don't.
Is
want
that too
to
formal?
Do that. I don't know. Like exactly. I kind of want you. The whole point of this is that you're allowed and supposed to have your own system. Like my scoring system's weird because
you're fucking weird.
Well, no, because again, like
yes,
bad beers are like 3 because I just don't believe in like making brewers feel like shit because it's like a passion thing. It's like usually a small shop. It's not always macro stuff, but that's why I developed that habit. If it's like a major company beer, it's not because I don't like it. It's just they always score lower just because the flavor's not there and it's just made for mass appeal, mass produced, all the things. But dude, I know, so my score's weird, but you've got your score. But also on top of that is like, I want it to be your palate. It's like not necessarily the beer nerd palate, the beer nerd guy. God, I don't want that. I want your voice to be like people that are getting
such a good producer,
beer.
Matt.
Oh,
I like it.
Fuck off.
But I'll tell you this. I do feel bad when I'm like, somebody puts their heart and soul in something and they don't like it. I like it. It's just not. I guess what I'd say about this is it serves its purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Like it's for a specific audience segment, you know?
Yeah. And again, if I was at a party and
it's like audience-based streaming.
And
you're
there
only
was
targeting a certain audience. Should we bring work in?
Great stuff, dude. I'm gonna kill you. It's like if this was in a cooler next to like, seltzers and Budweisers and some Miller, I'd be excited. Like this would be, I'd instantly go here every time over like just like kind of a mass produced or a Modelo or anything. But that being said, it's like, it's just kind of a 3.85 to me. It's like, it's too sweet. It's too floral. It's too cloying. I feel like even halfway through
clean?
This cloying, like when something's too sweet. We've talked about this exact word before.
Never.
I promise you on the show, we've Googled cloying. Cloying. Anyway.
I'm going to pretend you said clean.
And I just want like, whether it's more like grain or I want more just like a hint of malt or like a hint of hop or something. It's supposed to be a hopped American lager.
It's no
And
hops.
just I'm not getting any bitterness or like any complexity or any depth to it. It's just kind of sweet and crisp and refreshing. Super drinkable, super sweet. So again, that's why it's getting a 3.85. Like, it could be worse, but it doesn't taste like as like complex as I thought it should and would.
No, you know what I like about this project that we're doing here is like everywhere I go now, like I'm more interested. I've said this before. Like I went to Texas when I was in Texas last weekend, right? Hanging out with the family. I saw Jeremy, who's my boy that just moved there from.
That's right. You talk about your boy Jeremy. Shout out to Jeremy.
Jeremy, what up?
What's up, Jeremy?
Working for whatever the Channel 3 affiliate is.
Hell yeah, get it, Jeremy.
In Houston, H-Town.
H-Town down, Jeremy.
And my boy Richie Rich from Southwest, Southern Wine. Is that what it's called? Southern Wine. Anyways, so we had some beers while I was in Houston, and like my goal was to I want local beers. Give me something local, microbrew from there, because I'd rather give my money to the local guys that care more about the beer and the quality. Because I just feel like there's more. What could you call it? Value in like having something supporting local.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
having a couple things. We had, which is pretty big brewery down there, St. Arnold's, I think, and we had we were drinking the lawnmowers because that was local. But I do like that. It's like one of the things is like now I go places, or my mom and I will, when I go back home to Indiana, NWI, Northwest Indiana. What up? The 219.
Region
The 219.
Region Rat.
And
I'm a region rat.
Is that what you guys do? Is that like yours just saying?
I'm a region rat.
yeah, and we
Is that what
hang
you
out
guys
at Chuck
do?
E. Cheese. Yeah,
Why would you hang on Chuck E. Cheese? You're
'Cause they have a
region
rat.
rats. You guys are gangster. You guys are badass.
yeah, but we're rats.
You guys are grimy, dude.
It's not that bad.
Region
It's-
rats.
We are region rats.
Just saying.
Feel like it's a good slogan.
It is a good slogan,
Like
but,
it's a good
but
slogan, know what I'm
the
saying?
region, what up to the region, the 219, right?
Okay.
Oh,
We're
speaking
gonna
of people,
edit that out. Sorry about that,
Speaking
folks.
to the region, I want to give a shout out to my boy E-Rob Efren. He was like, dude, why do you keep shouting out like saying you use Chat GPT and Copilot? And he works for Google, so I was like, yep, maybe our new sponsor is going to be Gemini.
Okay. All
So
right. Sweet.
Efren, if you decide to listen to this episode,
Don't
get
do
us
it,
a
Efren. It's terrible.
Yeah, well, he listened to one. I was like, why would you listen to that one? That was
Show's
the worst.
garbage. Show's bad.
No, go ahead and get us a endorsement deal. Anyways, but going back to the region, yeah, I like going back to the region, going to the microbrews there. It just gives you something to do. My mom likes, check out this beer, check out that beer. Like I said, I have one cousin that she's been sending me some stuff I want to try on the show. Like another guy is telling me, like it's a cool fucking thing. And now when I go places, I don't want the standard mass-produced beers. Not that they don't serve a purpose, not that we don't like them, but I really like trying these different ones. Like I would take this over a Miller Lite or a High Life or whatever the hell they sell these days. It's very refreshing. It's light. It doesn't have much of an aroma.
No, I mean lagers usually don't. Like they're supposed to be mild and really. Like, lagers are like Budweisers and Bud Lights.
Well, what's the difference between a lager and a pilsner? It's all the
and,
same shit to me.
Pilsners are probably have a little bit more grain character, like a little bit more bready type of texture flavor. Yeah, I think that's the main.
You can always ask Gemini.
You can ask Gemini. Shout out to Rob, Efren, and Gemini.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I think I can't listen. This beer, it's good, but we need to kill some time and fill our veins.
Oh yeah, hit the button.
It's a time killer and vein filler.
Hit the button, the button, the button, button, the button, the ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Sorry, that's an old.
Wait, is the thing over?
It's over,
You
dude.
just talk
It
over?
is. I was just telling you.
When are we gonna? How
When
many?
you said hit the button, no, well, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, when you hit the button, they used to do like hidden tracks on albums. So like you'd let the last song finish, and there'd be like a big gap of silence, and then they'd do a hidden track. And Newfound Glory once it started out like the button, the button, the button, the button, button, the button. So like anyway, wait, go ahead.
Question.
Hit me.
Hidden tracks is just not listed on the CD.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It's a secret song.
It's
Sorry,
like you go, like-
secret song, or like skits and like bits at the end of albums.
It's like a little bit of a gap, and they just don't put it on.
Yep.
It's like the secret menu at the places that have the secret menu.
Yeah.
Like for example, I go to Jersey Mike's, and I'm always like, I get the 11, and it's never on the board. It's just ham and salami. It's just not on the board. I don't know why. And their numbers are not in order, so it has something to do with sports. I forgot what they said. But if you go, listen, listeners, you go to Jersey Mike's, you can ask for 11. It's there. It exists.
Oh, okay, that's a hot tip.
Yeah.
A hot tip.
All right, so today, you know how I overthink everything?
What's new?
I overthought this for a long time, but I think I have something that might be kind of boring.
All right, hit me.
This is called, I'm going to give you 5 statements. It's called conspiracy or coincidence because we love conspiracies on this fucking joint.
Oh, okay. So conspiracy or coincidence. That's the game.
That's
All
the game, a.k.a. fact or false, bitch. That's the other name.
Okay, because you love to say bitch.
Yes.
We should get like a bumper so like you can push a button. It's like bitch. Like,
Yeah,
like
false, bitch.
False, bitch.
All right, so this one's kind of interesting because I never heard of these conspiracies before.
Okay. And then one of these is a consequence, like not a conspiracy. Like every one of them, there's a right and wrong answer to each of these.
Right, yeah.
things.
We're going to know like whether it's a conspiracy and true or it's a coincidence.
One or the other. It's like
Right.
true or false.
Right, it's not like
I
it's
thought you were going to give me 2 of them and I had to figure out which one. Anyway,
No.
Okay.
So the one I was going to use was like I started to start watching videos on this shit was the Donald Trump, is he a time traveler, and this whole thing. It's fucking cool as shit. Look it up.
Okay.
And it made me think all billionaires are probably time travelers.
Okay.
Interesting.
Anyway,
But anyways, so here are the 5 statements. It's not like 2 truths and a lie. This is conspiracy or coincidence, aka fact or false, bitch. Ready? First one, for decades. Statement 1. I hate reading out loud, by the way. So hopefully,
every time,
it's a problem.
You'd have been done if you would have just like
yeah.
kept going
Okay. So
instead of
here,
interrupting
for
yourself.
decades, the U.S. government ran a secret program called Project MK Ultra, experimenting with mind-controlled drugs, psychological torture, and unwitting citizens. See how bad I am about freaking reading out loud? You want me to read it like as a literate
Is this
person?
a game for children?
No.
Oh, this is definitely fact. This is definitely happening.
Conspiracy. Yes, it's true. It's well documented, confirmed conspiracy that Project Ultra was indeed real. An illegal human experiment program run by the CIA from 1953 to 1973, and it involved using various methods, including psychoactive drugs like LSD, which, by the way, is a fucked up thing, to try and develop mind control techniques. Many subjects were unwitting.
Unwilling.
It says no. This came from Gemini. It says unwitting. WITTING.
It is. They didn't know. They unwittingly knowed.
Yeah. I don't know. What that,
Knew. Yeah.
They know. They didn't know shit.
They know shit, motherfucker.
Okay, Matt, you're 1 for 1. Okay, statement 2. Ready?
Yeah.
In the 1930s, a man named Jesse Livermore, one of the greatest stock traders in history, used a time machine to predict market crashes and make his fortune. Conspiracy or coincidence?
Coincidence.
Conspiracy, bitch.
What?
Yeah. So no,
Time travel and it's real.
it's a real conspiracy. So here, I'll give you a lowdown. Look at this shit up. It's fucking dope. So it's a conspiracy theory. While Jesse Livermore was a legendary and incredibly successful, I shouldn't have done that shot. Or I should just have Shintu fucking read in his accent.
I mean, I can read it for you.
Yeah, do you mind doing this part for me?
Ridiculous.
Through the ultimate, it was ultimately tragic because he ended up killing himself. But the stock trader who famously profited in the 1929 market crash, there is absolutely no evidence or credibility claim that he used a time machine. His success. Why does it say it was conspiracy then? I guess they're just saying that there's no credible evidence that he used a time machine. No shit. The going back in time machines might not even be a thing, but people do believe.
That's why I say it's uncredible.
No,
It's just
but
a consequence that he got rich after the stock market crash.
Yeah, but people really do believe. The point is that people really do believe they use a machine. He went from
Well, so what's the point of the game then?
because it's
Then the answer not consequence ever? Because they're all conspiracies.
No, they're just saying,
every
like,
one of these will be a conspiracy.
don't worry about it. We'll get to some.
Okay.
I was wondering the same thing when I put it together, but you know what? I'm just telling you what Gemini said, and that's our sponsor.
Want you to do it, not AI. God damn it.
No, but this was interesting because he went from 6 million down, right? Like he was 6 million down in the market, and then after the 1929 crash, he went to 100 million up. Dude, in today's terms, he was 112 million down. Then after that crash, he went to $1.87 billion in today's terms. That's why people think it was a fucking, because he was shorting all kinds of crazy shit. Like, what is this fucking guy, crazy? There's also a conspiracy blame, like he took blame for creating it, which is also, but that's fucking nuts. How do you just keep doubling down and be like, I am,
dude.
like, Jesus Christ, that's
Not my,
insane.
not my cup of tea. So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, here's the next one. During World War II, a group of Canadian soldiers were trained in the wilderness, specifically live off and fight alongside of grizzly bears. Coincidence or conspiracy?
Coincidence.
False, bitch. It's coincidence.
That's what I said.
I'm just reading the script.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is a bizarre fact, but they literally, this Canadian, they used a fucking bear to help bring them supplies, and it became like their mascot. So it's helping them like load shit and bring shit. They basically trained a fucking bear. So what's a coincidence is that they used the bear to help them, but they didn't train in the wilderness to fight with bears or alongside of bears.
Copy. Okay. All right. So I was right.
Yeah. So they would bring ammunition to the Battle of Monte Cassino. This is probably where the first casino was built.
Oh, definitely.
It has to be, right?
It has to be science, I think, right there.
All right. Coincidence or conspiracy? A rare condition exists where people can hear sounds like humming and buzzing, not what's that, tinnitus or bullshit in your ear, that are not externally produced.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
hum.
This is 100% true. Like, people do experience this.
Yeah,
Documented.
Yeah. It's
Read your script,
But
Jason.
hold on. The phenomenon is known as the hum, which some believe is caused by a secret underground military experiments. Is the experiment, what is it, a coincidence? Or is it a conspiracy that the military does some crazy shit to make people hear hums?
Well, it's a conspiracy because what people attribute the hum to. Like, people always are
Right.
saying it's a conspiracy.
Right.
Yeah.
The hums are real, but is it
They're
the
saying,
conspiracy
yes,
is
it's a conspiracy that it's like the government is, like, it's either HARP, the high whatever array thing, HARP, Project HARP, it's like a big array of antennas that they have that can project into the atmosphere. And then like you said, DUMBs, deep underground military bases, other experiments, whatever. So.
probably comes from behind the ice wall in Antarctica is what I think.
Okay.
But it
cool,
is a
man.
coincidence.
Okay.
It's a coincidence. It's not really because no one really thinks it's from the military. That's just a weird fucking thing people have.
Bro, so I'm saying this is like crazy because
It
the
could
other
be-
one, you were saying people believe that. And so that makes it a conspiracy. Well, people believe the hums of so it makes it a conspiracy. There's no
the hums
consistency.
because the hums are real. No one believes it's from the military.
No, they do. I've watched videos about people accusing the military of causing the hums.
Well, that's Gemini. E-Rob, this is why we use... I would trust Gemini over your videos. Do not go against the potential sponsors.
Okay, all right. Keep going. Keep going.
All right. Was that number 5?
That was 4.
5. This is interesting. Before his assassination, Abraham Lincoln created the U.S. Secret Service on the same day he was shot, but for the purpose of combating counterfeit, not protecting the presidency. Conspiracy or coincidence?
I don't understand these.
I don't either. This comes from Gemini. Is it a coincidence that he was shot on the
Ladies and
same
gentlemen,
day? Here's a conspiracy. Was it coincidence that he created the Secret Service the same day he was shot? Or is there some kind of conspiracy? Like when Trump got shot, they were like, there was all these conspiracies running around about that. Or was it just a coincidence he happened to get shot the same day he created the Secret Service?
Well, that's a coincidence. Because John Wilkes Booth was not killing him for the creation of the Secret Service. That wasn't the motivations of the group
False,
that he worked
bitch.
for.
It's a coincidence. John Wilkes Booth did not kill him because of they created.
I nailed it, dude. Hell yeah,
dude. You're good at this game.
Damn, dude. All right. Cool. Is that all?
Yeah.
The only thing that got killed right there was my vibes. This fucking game
was awesome.
Sucked, dude. It was so inconsistent. The rules aren't fair. I don't understand it.
You know what I really wanted to do?
Don't like it.
So I'm going to tell you the game I really wanted to play. I just didn't have time to put it into play.
You didn't have time. You didn't have time.
I only had 2 weeks.
Favorite thing of your life.
So this weekend I watched Hot Tub Time Machine 1 and 2 back to back. Great movies. 1 is way better than 2.
Okay.
But in number 2, they play a game called Choosy Doozy. And that was kind of fun. Is where the crowd, our our listeners would say, "Hey, here's 2 things you have to do," and then they would give them like virtual VR glasses, and they would have to do whatever it is that they chose from the list of 5 things. But I didn't know how to get that set up because we don't have 5 listeners. So
or VR.
or VR, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a little bit, but Choosy Doozy was it looked like a fun game. I was trying to figure out how to incorporate it.
Okay.
Like, would you rather this or that? And then whichever one you picked, I could put the VR glasses on you and make you do it in a virtual environment. That would be fun.
I guess so. I guess you're right.
But, you know, we don't have that.
Doozy.
Choosy Doozy. That would be a good one.
I think it's wild you said I wanted to do that and didn't at first think that you have none of the means or the equipment to do that.
I was just trying to figure out how to write the programs and the whole deal. But
So those have been your 2 thoughts since our last time we got together was Choosy Doozy because
Yes.
you stole from a movie and this AI game that you were typing up 5 minutes before we started the show.
no, I told you I overthink things. This took me like days. This is a great game.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. We'll
The other one I was going to say,
we will have a talk after the show. Okay?
Yeah, we will.
Just needless to
The
say,
other one I was really
we will be
curious
having
about
a talk after the show. So.
is I was going to do the one that we had on our sheet, and that was like, if you could have dinner with like 5 dead or alive famous people, who would it be and why? I thought that would be a good one, but then I thought I couldn't pick 5, so I don't want to do that because then you would ask me, and I'd be like, I don't fucking know.
You couldn't pick 5 people that you'd be interested in having dinner with?
Well, I got 2,
Okay.
but I wouldn't
You
have.
couldn't conjure up 3 more from the depths of your brain of all your favorite sports teams and all the generations.
Well, now that I
and-
saw that the video about the Will Smith trying to figure out if that's real or not, I'd like to ask him so he would be at the table.
See?
That would be, but I didn't know that at the time. I would pick,
Dude.
I would pick MJ, Mike. I would pick Tiger, you know, and then I would pick somebody that I thought had traveled through time, and then it still leaves me with deciding that, and then the 5th one. I don't know.
All right. Well,
We'll leave it up to next time. We'll ask you that next time.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, maybe we can't do it next time because we talked about it. So like we got to mix it up. Well, I guess we could. I guess what does it matter? No one
I don't
listens to
know.
this anyway.
My mom, she's our only listener,
Hell yeah! Shout outs to Mom and E-Rob.
and he
And
he listened to the one
your
just
boy-
enough to say, "Bro, can you talk about Gemini?"
Fly just flew in my face. Yeah, we're big Gemini promoters here on the show. So, excuse me. All right.
Gemini. All right.
All right. Well, I think
What's
it's
next?
I think it's time for the
For what?
It's time for that main discussion where, just like today's beer, our emotions are bottled and canned. The main discussion.
Okay. Let me look at the notes here. You didn't say where the motions are released.
I don't think I usually do. I think I just
Oh.
say in the main discussion.
Okay, and then I'll say, are the emotions bottled or are they canned in this discussion?
They are, in fact, a little bit of both, Jason. So, all right, for today's main discussion, our beer was Cannonball from Little Brewing Company. And so I wanted us to tell stories of pools, lakes, and ocean. I feel like some of those memories are the most seminal and critical to our youth and to our memories. Like a lot of my core happiness always revolved around a trip to a pool or a lake, and summer like represented it. And you even mentioned Lemon Lake, and you mentioned Cannonballs busting your nuts. So you raised your hand also. So for all of those reasons, you go first. Let's talk, man. What hits your brain?
Are you not scared of lakes?
I am. I mean, it honestly, like, to a certain extent, if I knew I was close to the edge, it was fine. So if we were like on a dock and I could like touch the bottom almost and see the bottom, it was usually fine. Just like swimming out any further where it started to get cold or I couldn't like,
Where the water changes color? 'cause
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Like, there's like, yeah.
No.
So like again, like there was always again like I grew up in like so many lakes around me, so like I had to like do it, and then pools were easy because you could see the bottom and stuff like that. But even then, like sometimes in the deep end, I'd get scared in there too. So
were you able to swim in a pool at night?
yeah, usually they always had lights on them though. So
I always thought to this day, It's almost like you ever lay in bed and then you're like, dude, do not hang your leg over. You have to keep your leg inside of the bed because you're safe. You hang it over, you don't know what the fuck's gonna get in the middle of the night.
No, I can understand that, but I never personally
Yeah,
cared.
it's still not a thing for me either. I don't know what you're talking about.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Weird. No way.
So weird. No, but like I do not like swimming in pools at night without lights. It freaks me out. And God forbid you put like the picture of the shark at the bottom of the pool. Fuck you. I'm not going in that thing.
That's mean. Have you seen the movie Night Swim?
Is that the one with what's his name? The one where the fucking chick comes out like from the drain, comes into the pool, and like she's some kind of like weird.
Dude, I don't know, it's a newer movie. It just came out.
No, this is old. This
years.
is like the Dreyfuss. What's his name?
Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah,
like
he's
Poltergeist.
No, he's in a movie. I only have one hand because I decided to hold my fucking mic today, which is stupid. I'm gonna ask Gemini, Richard Dreyfuss. Anyways, there's like a there's a fucking movie where some chick comes out of like it's like a portal to like the center of the earth. It's connected to their pool drain. What is that thing called?
Sorry, damn it.
What are you doing?
I just realized I'm getting some notifications on my phone, and I have to like hard close it. I'm so sorry about that beep. Listeners at home, I'm sorry about the beep you just heard. I'll be fixing it right now.
Is it Richard Dreyfuss in that?
Dude, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about at this point. I really don't. I haven't the faintest idea, and we've come to a grinding halt.
No.
About happy memories of lakes and childhood, so you could talk about some goddamn Richard Dreyfuss horror movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I don't swim at night in pools because
Okay.
you don't know what the fuck is in it.
I like it. No, I can agree with. That's what I'm saying. So like even like deep parts of lake. So, but what about the happy memories? What about like what was Lemon Lake like when you were a kid? How far away was Lemon Lake? Was it a journey and a camping trip? Was it just like a trip around the corner? Like, tell me about Lemon Lake, bro.
I don't know where the fuck it's at. Honestly, it's in NWI, Northwest Indiana.
Region Rat.
So, my stepdad's friend had a boat. We're on a boat, and we'd go camping, and then we'd go out and try water ski. But I was too chicken shit to water ski.
Crown Point, Indiana.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's where we were. Because I don't like the idea of drowning, so it's a problem.
Where did you guys live? What city?
Griffith, G-Town.
G-Town, he says. Hey, that's only a 28-minute drive from your house. So
Yeah.
it wasn't that far.
No,
So
it's
you-
close.
So you would like drive like 30 minutes. You guys would go stay like camp and like we just camp in tents by the lake or just like get
Yeah,
like,
but it was like one of those
camper?
places that had like the showers and stuff nearby. Like, so we just camped in the tents. My sister did get in trouble once because she got mad at my mom and flipped her off. But we had like a light in the tent, so you can just clearly see her shadow. It was pretty funny.
That is pretty funny that your sister
And then
didn't
and then my
shadow
stepdad like was
puppet
like,
your
hey
mom.
Jen, come here. And then like my mom or my stepdad went into the tent and put up the middle finger, and you can see it clear as day. And yep, the rest of her trip sucked, but it was funny for the rest of us. But yeah, no, we would go. We'd take the boat out. It was like a ski boat. That was fun. We did that a few times in the summers. I liked being pulled on a water. What do they call them? Like an inner tube. That was like fun. You get bounced off and stuff. But the skiing,
Oh, I love tubing. Yeah.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. I once went to Lake Conroe. Oh, my cousin was telling me about that. He's like, dude, next time you come, we should get some jet skis. Hell yeah! Remember that time we went to Lake Conroe? Oh, dude, this was kind of funny.
Hit me.
So I was like, dude, I was like 18 or 19, and I came out to Vegas to visit my pops, and he had like his motorhome. And so my stepbrother, and I took the motorhome out to this lake a couple days in advance before my dad got there. And we drive a motorhome with a couple jet skis on the back. And we don't know what the fuck we're doing. Like, neither one of us really want to drive it through the city because we're like, I don't know. Once we get on the highway, we're fine. Then we get to where we're going, and it's like, how do we launch the fucking jet ski? No, I've never backed up a motorhome, let alone with a trailer, anything with a trailer. And him and I are like just taking turns. Like, I keep jackknifing. I don't fucking know. Like, other people are like, dude, you guys need help? We got it. No fucking clue what we're doing. Right? So then eventually we get the fucking things launched. We go park the motorhome and we tie up the jet skis and we go out and go fucking around. And we were taking turns because I think, how did we do it? There must have been a boat with us. My dad must have come up with his car in a boat later, or somebody else we knew had a boat, because we were just taking turns, like going and hanging out on the boat, and other people would be out on the jet skis. and I took the jet ski and I was jumping fucking wakes, and I got a little close to a different boat that wasn't ours, and I remember I came up in the air and I landed on the back of this other guy's boat, and then they flipped the fuck out. Like, I was like, "Hey guys, sorry, is everybody okay? Don't worry, I'll take care of it. There's damage." You know, when I say I take care of it, I'll send the bill to my dad. You know, but like I landed on there with the jet ski, and it created a little bit of damage on the jet ski, but not much. And they started cussing me out, and I was like, "Well, fuck you then." And I pushed myself off of the boat, like I pushed back on the back of the boat, and put the jet ski back in the water, and I took off. And then I got back to shore, and I was like, "Oh, hey Nick, you want to take the boat? You want to take the jet ski out?" He takes the jet ski out, and all of a sudden I see him out there, and whatever patrol is on the lake comes and sees fucking Nick, and I see him talking to him, and then he comes rolling up. I was like, "Oh shit." So I had to tell him it was me, and they made me take a breathalyzer. I was like, "I'm not fucking drinking." I was like, "This guy just hit the brakes when I was in the air. It's his fault." But it was really funny. Like, there was a little bit of damage. I had to explain it to my dad. He wasn't super thrilled, but I literally tried to get my stepbrother, in trouble because I was like, "Dude, you should take it out for a spin." And they're like, "That's the jet ski."
So fucked up, dude. You definitely wanted him to take the fucking fall for it. You're a monster,
he did. When they all came back, I was like, "Yeah, it was me. Yeah, I did it." I was like, "I tried to tell them I'll take care of it," and they were like, "It was a whole fucking thing. It didn't ruin the weekend."
It sounds like it didn't.
No,
This was fine.
It was good.
No, shit happens. But did you ever see anything else at Lemon Lake? Any kind of crazy boat wrecks or any weird shit?
No, not at Lemon Lake. No Sasquatches or nothing. They didn't live in that area.
No Sasquatano?
No, but like I remember I couldn't ski. I tried, but I was always too scared to stand up because I didn't like the idea of drowning. And then, water sometimes smacks hard when you land on it.
Yeah, dude, especially how fast you're going and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little less adventurous when I was, a youngster. I got more adventurous as time went on. But no, I couldn't ever, like, I would try and stand up. I tried wakeboarding once too. And I could stand up, but my knees were always under the water. I couldn't get the fucking thing up on top. But every time I jumped in the water, I'm like, what the fuck is under here? I don't know. I want to get eaten by this shit. I mean, one time my cousin we were playing at the lake, and she was like, as we were like playing tag or whatever, she was like, "Oh my God, something got me. I was like, "Fuck you." And I ran. And that's how she didn't get got. And I was like, that's fucking low. But I like lakes.
I hate that feeling. And then the few times I have like wakeboarded or skied, like it's fine, and then all of a sudden you're just like sitting there and you kind of can't swim, and you're just bobbing, and you're just like, "Please come back soon, please come back soon, please come back soon." Like, just nothing touch me, you know what I mean? Oh my God, it's like just thinking about it kills me. But yeah, you don't. It's like you always have to like fight your fears off in those social situations just to survive. So, anyway, okay, so that's pretty cool, but it's fun, dude. I remember. Like, I guess where I grew up, like, just happened to be like in my little pocket of Missouri, like in the little area that I lived. I was like absolutely surrounded by lakes. So look right here, like that's where I lived, and all around me were all these different lakes. Like it was like we had.
Where's the Ozarks?
The Ozarks are way down here. Like, if you look, they're a whole different.
In Missouri, though, right?
Yeah, like they go across. Like these are the Ozarks right here. This long little stream. So they're way. They kind of go between Missouri and Arkansas. If you look, there's not many lakes like in Kansas City right here. Yep. But if you look right here, they're all kind of down here in the southeast. And again, that's like right where I grew up. In fact, I lived across from Lakewood Lakes. So like right here, right between Blue Springs and Lakewood Lakes and Lake Jacomo. Like I would literally, my house was like right here in between all three of those. So. Oh. And
is that what you did with your summers?
So yeah, like most of the summers, there were so many docks, and if your friends lived in like Lakewood, which was the nice neighborhood, you like were able to go to their dock, their like private family dock, or like there'd be pontoon boats and stuff like that. What's up?
Did you ever sell heroin on the Ozarks and get a casino boat?
You must have me confused with someone else, sir.
Jason Bateman's character from Ozarks.
Great show. I don't think there's an S in that though. Just Ozark.
Is there only one Ozark?
No, it's the Ozark Lakes, but it's not Ozarks.
There's not more than one Ozark?
No, just the Juan Ozark Lake.
Okay.
But I think the Ozarks are, it really is the Ozarks. I mean, that's what you say it plural, but the show is just Ozarks. So like people are like, "Oh, I'm down to the Ozarks," plural is normal. But the show, I think it just...
Is that possessive or plural?
Oh, it's plural. because there's no apostrophe. So, anyway, man, so just lakes were just kind of normalized for me. And like we would go to my one family member's house on Longview Lake, and like anyway, just lakes were just like so plentiful, like just not in where I'm like in the region I'm from, but like in like the neighborhoods I lived in and stuff like that. So it was just easy to get to, and then there was a lot of pools in the neighborhood too. Go ahead. You've been raising your hand so much. You can just talk, you know.
It's polite.
You're not. It's a show. It's a podcast, not a goddamn.
On a Teams call, I would raise my virtual hand.
Okay. Well, thank you for making us feel like this is a Teams call.
Okay. When you're at the lake, did you ever get bit by anything or see any crazy animals, or is there anything like
Two of these stories for you.
Oh, sweet! I love these stories. Go.
One, not as intense. Then I'll tell the worst one. But I do have like a massive fear of bugs.
Fucking hate them.
When we were doing a cross country trip with the family, the one where my uncle like was going down a hill and crashed into someone. I told that story.
Yes, great story.
But this is like earlier on in that trip, we were passing through Oklahoma, and we saw a tarantula cross the street.
Fuck that.
And we were all freaked out. And everyone's like, calm down, calm down. It's not in our cabin. It's not in our cabin. Later that night, someone like sees a spider on the ceiling of the cabin, which is like not even a tarantula, but like just as big, but like different. And my mom, it was like her thing. And she's like, nope, we are out of here. We went checked in right to a hotel. And like, it was wild, but like we all left the cabin because of the spider. So like, that was an amazing moment, but that was less funny. The tarantula, like seeing a live, like not on TV, not in a cage, like an actual just tarantula just crawling around. That is something, dude. More importantly, when I was a kid, we were at Bonner Springs. So I think it's called. Let me make sure that's right. But we're at Bonner Springs, and it was for my birthday trip. Yeah, it's in Kansas, on the Kansas side.
It's not O.
Bonner Springs. Wait, Bonner Springs Lake? Is that what it was? Maybe that wasn't Bonner. I think it was near Bonner, but anyway, we went to a lake. It was like a place we rented, like a camping ground. And I loved baked potatoes at the time, and I loved to like load up my baked potatoes. So like baked potato, cheese, butter, sour cream, bacon, green onions.
Regular sour cream or low fat?
Regular at the time. I don't think low fat was an option here, like in 1993 or whatever this was, 1992. And I'm like, it was like comedic. Like I had just finished dressing that thing to a T. It was my birthday trip. I was so excited for it. And like, as I went to like cut in, I'm like fork and knife, about to make the first cut, and like a June bug, which if you know what June bugs are, growing up the Midwest, you may know them all too well. But a June bug landed right in my baked potato. And because of that, I screamed and fell backwards and hit my head on the gravel and like kind of had like a big lump. I don't think I was bleeding or anything, but I like probably concussed myself or something. So like, and then I didn't want to eat my potato anymore because the bug touched it. You know what I mean? And like, I think about like, my mom's like, it's fine. The bug just touched it. We'll just take that part out. And maybe I did end up eating that night. I don't remember. But I remember being traumatized because this damn June bug landed square in my baked fucking potato, dude.
What is scarier, a dolphin or a June bug? If you had to choose.
Well, a dolphin, no question. Or whale, like now. Like, yeah. It's tough, though. It's like the June. I have to think about it, I guess. But yeah, dolphin.
So you wouldn't do very well on Fear Factor back in the day.
No, that's like I don't think I've watched much of Fear Factor because I just can't watch like the bug stuff.
Fuck no.
I can't watch them eating gross stuff. I can't.
I've told a story on here how I fucking threw out a vacuum because I sucked up a bug that I didn't fucking know what to do with. I was like, just put that bitch out. I'll get a new vacuum.
That is amazing. That's some shit I would do. Like,
yeah. But no, dude, this motherfucking whatever it was like a giant cockroach that looked like a fucking armadillo with wings. And I got that motherfucker into the vacuum. And like this guy was like, I tried to squash it with my foot and that bitch bucked me off. And it was like smoking a cigarette. And it was like, dude, if you fucking touch me again, your life is over. I was like, yeah, okay.
I'll see you in the vacuum, bitch.
So I put the fucking vacuum on it. And then I took that vacuum and I put it out on the fucking corner. And I was like, yeah, that bitch ain't fucking with me.
That's wild, bro. Like that's.
And I bought a new vacuum the
feel
next day.
I'm with you, dude. I would do it.
Fuck
I'd blow up a
that.
whole house if a big enough spider got hid from me.
Oh, dude,
I'm
spiders.
not sleeping in that
Dude,
room ever again. I'll
my
sleep on the couch.
My sister came back from Iraq and was talking about these like,
Camel spiders.
holy fuck. Google that shit, people at home. Look up a camel spider, Sweden. It shit is scary. Ugh.
Those, right?
Oh dear God! And they got like there's one picture online. It's like this thing is like the size of the garbage. Like, they're no, fuck no. This is the thing I didn't like about lakes. Like the idea of a lake is great, but first of all, look at that guy's face.
That's a cover of a book, I guess.
Yeah,
A fantasy
well,
book.
I'm not reading that bullshit. That's not fantasy. It's a fucking nightmare. But I'll tell you what, dude. I like the idea of lakes, and they're fun. Oh, living on a lake would be great. You walk down to your dock, pop on your fucking jet ski, go fuck around. But, dude, first of all, every lake house I ever went to, or well, no, there's a couple of really nice ones, but like most of the time when you go to a lake house, it's like there's nothing you can do, but the place, first of all, smells like mildew, and it's like you can't not help that, right? Everything's wet. But the bugs, man, and just sitting outside and just get eaten alive by mosquitoes and tarantulas and, oh, God, that's like the worst part of it. It's like it sounds fun, and it is a good time, and there's always good stories. But, yo, if you don't have Deep Woods off and you don't have your fucking bug fucking thing, the zapper, and
your
your
bug
canola,
candle and everything.
and you're not like what are the canola fire? Those like those things. What are they called?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
exactly what
shove
you're
one of
talking
those up
about.
your ass. Like you
citronella.
got, yeah,
is that right?
citronella. Like
Yeah,
you gotta like do some stuff. Otherwise, like forget it, man. You got bugs all over the place. Like I wouldn't survive in Fear Factor show.
Yeah.
I wouldn't survive on Naked and Afraid. Why the fuck they even got to be naked? I don't know. It's tough enough with your clothes.
I'm afraid closed.
Yeah, like forget it. Like I need like a suit of armor and my food truck and like dude, I couldn't. No. Mm-mm.
You know, we haven't talked about the ocean though, and I feel like trips to the beach as a kid. My first trip to the ocean and the beach was so memorable. My first time like bodyboarding or boogie boarding and all that. I mean, I finally conquered like my fear of like deeper ocean. I went snorkeling on my honeymoon. I feel like so many of like important memories in my life do revolve around the ocean. We just went to Huntington Beach last weekend for my birthday and like hung out. It was dope, dude. So.
I love being around the beach and being around the water, like and especially in California because there's no bugs. Although the last time I went to fucking Malibu Beach, my brother tried to drown me by teaching me how to surf. That was a problem. But like every
you got
time
that going for you.
yeah,
huh?
yeah. But he's like, dude, you did a good job. I'm like, I'm coughing up fucking water. I died, and you're congratulating me on how good I
Did
did.
you get caught by a riptide, like an undercurrent? Like,
Dude, there's been a couple of times like boogie boarding or like those body whatever those things are called, and then like you get stuck and you get pulled out, and then like I open my eyes, I'm like, I'm dying today. This isn't good. And then I live, and I'm like, thank God. But what made it worse, I would have rather take dying. But then the one time I got up to the beach when I was trying to surf, I got up, and then these like little sand crabs. I didn't expect them. They came out of the ground. I was like, oh, dude, I thought it was in a horror movie. I was like, dude, can we fucking go? So, but we didn't. We tried, but I do like the California beaches only because at least there's not a lot of bugs. Like, and it's cool to hang out. I like to go in like waist deep.
And I mean, like the time of year it was still like 65 or
Yeah.
maybe 68 or 70 if we got lucky. So it's kind of not hot out, but it was fine. Like I'm not getting in the water. The kids want to play in the sand and just look at the ocean, just humbling, bro.
Dude, I love being by the. There's something like the one thing is last time I went to like the beach, I got one of those hotels or Airbnb right by the hotel was right over the ocean. First of all, Lulu loves the ocean. Like in the mornings on the beach, dude, she will wake me up at 4 a.m. to go out there once the low tide is or the high tide's gone. And she goes out there, she picks up all the random shit that washed up. Dude, she just fucking goes bananas. It's a lot of fun. But it's amazing how loud, if you get like an oceanfront hotel room or Airbnb, how loud it gets.
Yeah, no, we're on like a it was across like the PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway. So we were just like on the one side of it. So you just cross the street and there's the beach. So like it wasn't touching the beach, but like we could literally go on this little balcony right outside and just kind of chill and like get a view and get a vibe. It was awesome,
dude. It's really cool. But at night, dude, it does get really loud. Like if you're like, I had to close the screen door because I'm like, yo,
in Hawaii, that's how it was too.
Like,
yeah.
Dude, listen, I love like at night. I turn on like the ocean sounds. I love to sleep.
White noise, man.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Spill all
every
over.
Fucking episode, dude.
Jeez, Pete's, man. It's all good. It's not my computer. I'll just give it back to Corey. He'll give me a new one.
Jesus, man.
Um,
Party foul again.
No, but I think but there's something very tranquil about being by the water once you get past the fear. I think actually to me, I don't know what's worse. Because I hate flying. It makes me very anxious because flying is not the problem. It's the crashing that's the problem. I'm worried. Like flying I feel safe. But like losing engines and crashing is what I'm scared of.
Sure.
And I'm really scared of drowning. Like I think in a past life I might have drowned because I cannot go underwater very deep, dude. It's like I just unreasonable. I can't think of why it's traumatizing. I cannot go deep underwater. It scares me. I remember being little watching like Jacques Cousteau. Remember that guy? Is he still alive?
Long fucking time ago, brother. Not alive still.
No, unalived. He's unalived?
He is unalived like maybe 200 years ago. Like a long time ago.
I used to like that shit because like you learn about the fish with the fucking lights on their heads and you learn about the spaceships creating other spaceships or whatever and they're all underwater. That shit is scary as fuck, but I used to watch it. So there's like, I'm intrigued by the ocean, but also scared by the ocean.
Dude, I was so wrong, by the way.
He's like still alive.
He died in 97. Who am I thinking of? I thought there was like a guy back in like the day, like even before him. But yeah, Jacques Cousteau is not what I thought it was. That is hilarious. I am so wrong. Shout out to Jacques Cousteau. My bad.
Are you thinking of the guy that chased alligators? Irwin Alligator Hunter or whatever the hell his name was. Which, by the way,
I guess I'm thinking of the first actual submarine was from 1775, but maybe that's like just how long I thought he made the first submarine, but I think he just popularized it and like made it cool to go down a submarine.
Dude, I could never be a sailor. Or what do they call sailors that are in submarines? Are they still sailors?
Yeah, I guess you're in the
Submarine
Navy.
guys.
Yeah, but you're a submarine tech, a sub-bub.
Fuck that, dude.
Sub-bub?
Can you imagine being trapped? Like I don't want to feel trapped, and I don't want to feel trapped.
The only thing
under
I
the
would
ocean.
want to do
Fuck
is if I was in
you.
a submarine, I would want to be shot out like a cannonball.
Sweet. Good tie back. Is that what's the industry term for what you just did there?
I don't know.
But I like it.
I don't know. Just funny. I was just
brought it
joking that I was like, where have we gone? We're talking about submarines, but just like anytime we talk about water on this show, it inevitably ends up in like thalassophobia.
Yes.
Yeah.
And your fear of Echo the dolphin.
Yeah, just like
Which is my favorite.
whales.
Can I tell you that's like my favorite thing about you is that you're scared of Echo the dolphin?
It's whales though, because it was the whale in Echo the Dolphin, the game. So don't get it
but
twisted.
it's not.
I mean,
It's
whales,
funny that way.
Dolphins are kind of gropey, so I don't really like whales.
Yeah,
I prefer
they bang some people, but they also protect people. We have a weird thing with dolphins.
I saw a video of a dolphin kissing a lady today.
Dude,
So.
did we talk about this on the show? Like how weird it is for people like mermaids?
What?
It's weird that like people have like thing for mermaids.
What do you mean people have a thing for mermaids?
Like, they think mermaids are hot. I'm like, it's fucking gross. Like, how does it even like the logistics of it even work? Unless you watch the movie Splash, she lost her fins when she was on dry land. But if that doesn't happen, it doesn't work. And honestly, like the idea of like being hot from the waist up, I mean, that doesn't do it for me. I need the whole thing.
Do you know this is a Family Guy bit?
Is it?
Yeah, where he's like, everyone talks about mermaids, but what about reverse mermaids or whatever?
What is a reverse mermaid?
And it's literally like it's a fish upper half and a lower half is a woman's body.
Dude,
and he's like, I'd much rather have that one, because he's like, I get the lower half. Anyway, it's gross. And then in the movie
Splash.
Not the movie Splash, bro. The movie The Lighthouse.
The fuck is that?
Show some mermaid puss in that.
How do they even have one?
can't believe I just said that phrase out loud.
Right. Is this the name of the episode? The mermaid puss?
Probably not. I'll be honest with you. Probably not.
Dude, that's like fucking weird to me, man.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to call it without like sounding super serious about it. So I guess
But
it's just how it rolled out. But yeah, they show like they show a little mermaid genitalia in that movie.
But like, there's something about people and dolphins, though. Like, dolphins tend to protect people for some reason. I've read these stories, or at least seen them on Reels.com, or I've saw it in some kind of fake news. So
like rescue them and stuff, and like help them get to the land.
There's it is interesting the people's connection with animals and how many there's certain ones that just, well, not all animals. Lulu's scared of some birds when they make a certain noise because when they're protecting a nest, they always come down and walk into the park, try to fucking attack her.
Yeah, I've had them kind of dive bomb me a couple times.
She
but
freaks the fuck out.
They don't mess with me no more.
She hears a noise and she looks at me and she's like, "Let's fucking go, bro."
Man, no, those birds are mean, dude.
But you said you wanted to be shot out of a submarine,
No,
like
just
a
kidding.
cannon.
I would never want to, like that. I was joking. That was the only thing I'd want to do is
get
just
the fuck
be a
out of there?
corpse and be being shot out of it. I do not
Can
want to.
you imagine?
No, I've heard like these stories of like what these guys would go through in World War II and like the last hours of them just banging on the walls of a submarine from the ocean floor, hoping for help that's never gonna come.
Yeah, what are they? Who are they hoping is going to hear them?
Like for other sonar will pick it up and another submarine will try to come save them.
Jesus Christ!
They know no one's gonna come, but you're a human. That's all you
those
can do.
motherfuckers on that thing that went down to the Titanic with the, fuck you. No, not with your PlayStation remote for one.
Dude, I don't care what the circumstance. You'll never catch my happy ass going to visit the Titanic in any sub with any person.
No,
ever.
Eat a dick. Not happening.
Never.
No.
But then again,
But
some people are into that kind of thing.
But yeah, well, didn't work out for some of them. But I will tell you, speaking of cannonballs, I was thinking about this because I remember how hard I slapped my nuts on the water one time doing a cannonball. My dad he was renting this house when I'd come out and visit him, and it was out of the master bedroom was like a little balcony, and below the balcony was the fucking pool. So it was really fun to go into the house, go out up to his master, open the door, stand on the railing, and fucking jump in the water, right? Jump in the pool from the second balcony. I couldn't figure out how to get to the roof. Otherwise, I would have tried it from there. But I did do a cannonball. And, dude, as a guy, if you don't protect the crown jewels, if you know what I mean, you know what I'm talking about? The crown.
Usually when I go cannonball, like I'm going in almost like knees first, like the first thing that's hitting the surface.
And it's a better
or
strategy.
My back, like I'm going back.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
like
I'm not landing on the crown jewels, dude.
Yeah, no, it's a problem. If you don't hit just right, they're dangling a little bit below and smack. Holy fucking A.
Okay, so and I forgot I meant to ask this earlier too. Sorry on this. Not necessarily from the roof or second stories, unsafe, but you're on a diving board. What was your go-to move? What was like remember gainers, half gainers, jackknives, cannonballs? There's all sorts of moves. Did you not have moves growing up?
No, the regular diving boards, like it was either like a back flip, a front flip, try to go feet
Flips?
first,
Okay,
or just a dive. I remember jumping off the high dive before, like they were all outlawed for some reason. So at Sherwood, which I think country club or whatever it was, there's like a public golf course in Cherville, Indiana, Northwest Indiana. Shout out to 219. Yes. And they used to have a pool and they would have a high dive and a low dive. Low dives, you can do whatever you want because even if you belly flopped, it wasn't that big of a deal depending on how much bounce you got. But I decided to jump off the high dive one time and that shit, from the ground, it didn't look like anything. But then you get up there and go, fuck, it looks like 4 times as high. I mean, this shit was probably only 12 feet. I don't even think it was that high. I went feet first because I didn't really want to fucking do it. But I was like, well, I'll be a bitch if I just go back down the ladder. Looking back, I'd probably just go back down the ladder. Who cares what people think? And then I jumped, and all the water that shot up my nose, I thought I was going to fucking drown before I got to the side. I'm like, this is an awful idea. So anything high, feet first. Then I learned to do like a slight angle, like tilt back just a bit. What do you
Keep going. No, keep going.
Yeah. So, like you're never gonna see me in that movie Back to School, like with Rodney Dangerfield doing the whatever he called it, bouncing from one thing. What was that? What was that move called? Were you alive when that movie came out?
What movie?
Back to School, Rodney Dangerfield.
I think
Like I'm way older
so.
than you, but apparently
No,
you're
I
actually.
do, no, I do remember that, but it looks like vaguely. By the way, sorry, I'm getting like notifications popping up on the stream, and I feel so bad for the audio. Like I can't get them to shut off. I don't know.
What
why
are they
won't.
clicking
Don't worry
from?
about it. Just
I'm not worried about it. I don't hear shit.
I'm pissed though. I just hate that I'm like the people.
What
have
is
to listen to that.
60.5? Would you ever go cliff diving into an ocean?
Okay, that's actually funny. I was actually going to bring this up for you. So perfect segue for me. We actually found this spot back when we were like in high school. It was kind of like legendary that people heard about it. Remember, there's lakes all around me. So on one of the lakes, we saw like these older kids jumping off from like what we perceived as a cliff, which I'm doing the math now. This even seems maybe too high, maybe actually pretty close.
200 feet.
But it was like, that seems like wrong, but I mean, I think we would count like a 3-second fall, 3.5-second fall from when you jump off the cliff to when you'd hit the water.
Dude, how fast would you be going in 3 seconds?
I don't know, but like,
I think when you go skydiving, the fastest you pick is like 140
like
miles an hour.
there's a point where you reach the max speed you're going to go, but no, it's like, and you'd have to jump out far enough. If you didn't jump out far enough, you could clip like the shallow rocks.
Did they have squirrel suits or no?
No, we would just literally be doing this. And it was like, they really didn't want us there and doing it. And so kind of what would happen is we would have to like set it up, park our cars like at this really weird, like back road, crazy way to get, like you could not get there unless you knew the way to like get to this back road. And then you'd park your car. And I'm not even kidding. You have to walk for like 20 minutes through the woods to get to the cliff, to the spot. And so it was just crazy that we like figured it out one day and like we knew where to go and what to do. And again, it was a big jump for us at the time. Damn,
Where
I
is
don't
it?
know.
So you go through the river and through the woods?
Over the river and through the woods.
Oh, is it over?
Over the river. I don't fucking, yeah, over the river. Yeah, man.
What's that one song that we sang at Camp Tecumseh? Huh.
Okay. So
Can't remember.
Okay. So here, this is it right here. Is that a lake?
Is it an Ozark?
No, it's not in the Ozarks. So it's probably here. Adams Dairy. Ah, man. So it might have been one of these two because this is the road itself.
Did you do the jump?
Oh, yeah. I did the jump multiple times. Multiple times. I don't know. It's maybe one of these bodies of water. I don't know what to see. We did. I can't.
Dude, how many stories is 200 feet?
I want to see, like, yeah.
It sounds like 20 stories. Or at
I
least
would say-
15. 17. I would say 17 feet if I'm guessing.
We thought it was.
You want me to
like,
ask Gemini?
We thought it was like 3 stories.
Do you want me to ask Gemini or text E-Rob?
What? There's no way it's 200, bro. That's just so wrong. Yeah, I don't know. From there, okay. I don't know. Maybe it's like 50 feet. Like, it was a long fucking fall, bro. Like, it was not jump, splash. Like it was a fall. Like I remember, maybe it was 2.5, maybe 3.
Did you have enough time for your life to flash before your eyes and be like, oh God,
The
I wish I
first
would have told my mom I
jump
loved her.
was hard. I'm not gonna lie. The first jump. Okay, 38 meters. Okay, this is probably a little bit more tenable.
Do you have you ever watched those guys do like the cliff diving on? It's fucking dumb.
Yeah, maybe it was like closer to like 75 feet. Let's call it that. I mean, it was legit, bro. It was awesome. It was such an experience. But
You're going skydiving.
no, I've never gone. I probably won't go.
I would rather go skydiving than jump 75 feet into the fucking water.
It doesn't scare me the same way the water does. It just like it still seems dumb as fuck, dude.
Yeah, sucks. I would do it again.
So. All right, man. Well, anything else to add about lakes, oceans, cannonballs, memories? We had a lot of stuff. We covered the gamut: pools, lakes, oceans, cliff diving.
Dude, we've been talking for an hour and 13. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that buggy we were talking. I just finally fucking saw him.
Just a fly.
That bitch. No, dude, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm ready to finish this beer and that's it.
Let's do it. All right, man. Well, thanks everyone for checking us out, whether you're watching us live on our Twitch, which we had zero
Should
viewers
should
the
I be
whole
sending
time.
like
No,
notifications?
no.
Be like, hey, check this shit out live.
Probably, if we were really trying to grow, we definitely would give like a heads up that we're going to be
What kind
live
of
that
podcast
night.
wants to be like 0
Nope,
listeners?
we do.
Oh, it's
us. That's us. We want to stay at 0 listeners if we can. No, shout out to Sweden. We are bottled and canned. So please shoot us an email, bottledandcannedpod@gmail.com. That's bottled and canned pod, all spelled out, A&D. And we're also at Bottled and Canned Pod on our TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram. And oddly, now we do have content on our Twitch page. We do now send our
Do we
clips
actually
on
do
Twitch to
TikTok?
Instagram. Whenever we make clips, like with the one I did for like me spilling,
Oh, we
like
do,
that
we
does
do.
get published out. So again, we actually technically have a post on there. We need to do a better job of making clips from the show and cutting them and subbing them and getting them out. So
Yeah, I got to work on that. I was working on that, but you know what happened at the last clip? It kind of screwed up.
yeah, shit happens, my friend. So all right, well, yeah, shoot us an email. We'd love some fan engagement or some listener engagement. Make fun of us on social media about how shitty we are. Thanks for listening. And Jason, before we go, how was the one hand? Will you do it again? Will you hold the mic, or are you going to go back to the stand next time?
I'll give it another go.
He'll give it another goo. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in.
Good night, Sweden.